This is the grid that the Bombers call home.
You're throwing the tee in the ground. If your hand's not shaking, there's something wrong.
I'm in my element, it's evident that there's levels to the game. I'm in my element, flow is like water, I'm forced to a fire, I'm feeling like gold. Gotta stay grounded, stay down to earth, following God and you grinding, you do as you told. I don't work to make you like me, but I'm front and center, word to Spike Lee. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element, yeah. I'm in my element.
Good morning and welcome. We are here in Kingsport, Tennessee, stop number 9 for the World Long Drive Tour. And I am Alexis Belton with Bobby Bradley. This stop also means that we will be live on Golf Channel. It's going to be an exciting day. We've got a lot going on here at 8 a.m. We're starting with group number 1 for round robin. Group 2 starts at 10 a.m., 3 at 12:30, 2:30, group 4, and last but not least whatsoever, women are at 4:30. I'm excited to see them. We've got a lot of storylines going on today, Bobby. What are you looking forward to?
I got a trivia question.
Yeah.
Who won the last women's division event?
Emily Tubert.
On this grid.
Alexis Belton.
There you go. And you not today?
Bobby Bradley was my my caddy. So.
Well, right now these guys are going to struggle a little bit looking at ball flight. I got the glasses on right now. I mean, they are looking directly into the sun.
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, it decided to come up in the east today. You know, but it's a west-east grid, and we were seeing longest drives yesterday in and around 370 to 380 in the morning. Eddie Fernandez ended up winning the senior division at 379 yards, which was his longest drive, and then Andrew Eigner ended up winning on the last ball to win an amateur world championship.
2 last balls yesterday.
One of the best interviews you'll ever see.
Without a doubt.
Go to World Long Drive. And yeah, that was funny. The second he wins, emotions are high. He's
and
excited.
He's just spilling everything, all
awesome.
the secrets.
He did. So if you want to know how to hit a long drive and win a world championship, listen to Andrew Eigner's
there we go.
Interview. It was great.
Well, we've got Will Hogue on the platform today. Right now he's in
slot
number 2.
Yeah, Will from Memphis. We said it's a home game for him. It's a home state game for him.
Yeah, home-ish.
7.5 hour drive. He's like, I think it's faster to get to Toronto than to get, to here than it is to get from Memphis. Because they're all the way down at the southwest corner, and we're up in the northeast.
The question for him is, can he dip into the fountain of youth in year 10 for his first win of the season?
Yeah, I mean, Will's been successful in the state of Tennessee. He's won multiple events in this state, and
he looks strong.
Funny enough, the first post I ever made on Long Drivers was Will on this grid. He goes 400 yards to start off the show, and something just happened with the golf balls.
Ball spills.
Yeah. So Will, the golf ball just literally just started spilling. It happens.
Looks like his furthest ball so far is 2 yards right in front of him.
But right now, Koch is in the lead at 363. Jeff Schmuck is at 324. Paul Kuhn at 340. Will Hogue without a number on the board. We did see some OB sets earlier on in the senior division yesterday. Just you can't see ball flight, so you really have to rely on the spotters. They'll help out and say, listen, it went left, went right, because right now, I mean, they're looking directly into the sun.
Without a doubt. And even watching them warm up in the range, a couple of the guys would say, hey, can you spot this ball for me? So it's tough. Everyone has to play in it. Someone I'm also going to look for in this group 1 is Josh Koch. He's steady. He's world number 1 right now. And he just knows how to get it done. He might not be the fastest, but he is very, he has a high long drive IQ. That's how I would explain Josh Koch.
Koch in this first set is the top-ranked hitter. So top-ranked hitters are going to hit in slot number 1. Then they're going to have about a 25-minute break, and then they'll hit in group number 2 or set number 2 last. So Koch is going to have about 25 minutes to regroup here, and he's going to take a win. So he'll go into set number 2 with 200 points.
All right, Bobby, we have been talking about it all weekend. It is betting season here for World Long Drive. We've been looking kind of at what everything looks like. We had a great bet yesterday. Who was going to hit the sign? We got the sign hit.
We did. That was a good
prop bet. We got TJ Allison in the group chat.
TJ Allison, I bet $10,000 to win 100 if TJ Allison was going to be on the live stream, which he was. So TJ, I owe you half that, buddy. But yeah, we had a prop bet that it's like, was it you have to bet 100 to win 300? Someone was going to hit the scoreboard. and someone just nailed the scoreboard. And the best was Justine. Comes in, one of the executives with GF Sports, and she goes, "Someone hit the sign!" Like, oh my God, a prop bet. That wasn't a prop bet, but that would have been funny.
You know, I did hear they wanted to put us down there.
Yeah.
And I was so glad because we would have got nailed. I would say today, my prop bet is, will Kyle Berkshire wear shorts or pants?
Oof. I don't know. I mean, he did wear shorts last tournament, you know?
Yeah.
But I don't know. I think he'll wear shorts. I mean, it's humid right now. I'll take the shorts, but what would the bet be? How much do you have to put on it? Like, I'd say the odds aren't as good.
It's
like,
not.
Minus 105 to minus 125.
It's definitely a gamble.
It is. So, but yeah, that'll be fun. You know, I did get some phone calls yesterday, you know, on some picks, and I'm like, I have no idea. I don't do this for a living, so I have no input whatsoever.
Just listen to the broadcast.
But yeah, it should be interesting. I mean, I would think it's going to take some time, you know, for them to figure out. I mean, I like the heads-up matches that they put. Some of them, like, you know, Koch versus Costello. I saw that. That would be pretty cool. You know, JJ versus Kyle.
Oh, that'd be a good one.
But yeah, I think the heads-up matches would be pretty cool.
They'll be a lot of fun.
Yeah, absolutely. And then balls in play. Will the first ball go in? I mean, you could literally have a million prop bets. So.
Well, we are starting on our second group, round one, group one of the round robin. We've got a full day ahead of us.
So right now, like, you know, Koch and Costello aren't going heads up as of right now, but would you take the over 363 with Costello in slot number one? Ooh. Koch went 363. You know, let's put $1 million of Monopoly money on it right now. Let's
Love
take
Monopoly
the over.
money.
Let's take the over on Costello 363.
Jack Smith in this first group. I mean, all the groups have a lot of heavy hitters. This one definitely has some familiar names that we've seen all year. One of the Rookie of the Year favorites right there with Seb Twiddell. He's got a great, I mean, we looked at his odds. He's made a splash.
It dropped. We saw our first ball go in the water. You know, someone hit in the water, two-stroke penalty. So
it's minus 50 yards.
They only hit 4 balls now. So Costello 369. If you took the over on Costello, you just won $1 million of Monopoly money. Costello 369, AJ Katusi at 351.
Send us your address. We'll overnight it.
Yeah. In an envelope, a FedEx envelope, or UPS.
We've got Flight Scope working with us. They've been phenomenal all year.
Oh, yeah.
We've got some new graphics up here that's giving us the ball club and spin. And so that's going to help you viewers at home kind of understand what's going on.
Now, the beauty of us sitting in the chairs right now is that we have the Flight Scope engineers a couple feet over to us. And, you know, we told them, like, we felt like it was critical for us in the booth to see, like, direction left or right, like a ball, you know, ball flight. Are they hitting a draw? Are they hitting a cut? How much movement are they taking up? Height on the golf ball and carry distance. And they're going to work with us here so we can have a better idea moving forward of what type of ball flight does work, you know. And I think that helps. And we keep talking about for betting as well. You know, these wind conditions, like, there's got to be some factors in play.
Without a doubt.
Because the wind shifted a lot yesterday. There was
very swirly.
It was. We'd have it occasionally where it would go downwind, but it was left to right, which was north to south, and then we would have a south to north wind from time to time. So yeah, it was the conditions changed a lot yesterday, which would change, you know, distance and ball, ball carry distance, rollout. Walked the grid yesterday.
It's nice.
We're on a golf hole. I mean,
we are. There's a lot of slots there.
Costello 369 takes down the set.
We'll see if Jack Smith's last ball stayed in, but we'll go to break right after this.
Come see and settle down in beautiful Northeast Tennessee and Southwest Virginia, where you can live, work, and play in a land of music, mountains, lakes, and friendly people. Work with us at Ballad Health, building a legacy of superior care in the Appalachian Highlands.
competition is getting better and better, and so I need to as well to keep up with everybody else. So it's just going to be competing in as many tournaments as possible, trying to win as much as possible, and just have that confidence going into the World Championship that I can take home. I'm not the fastest guy out here, but I am one of the most consistent, so I'm always concerned about having quality strikes. Tempo is key for me. If I can have good tempo, I'm going to put a lot of good golf balls in play.
And we are back.
Jack Smith, 377.
Lock in. As we said earlier, we're going to see some OB sets. We've seen, what was that, 3 so far?
Yeah.
And a lot of just kind of out of bounds in general. But Jack Smith got it on the last ball. We just got to hear from Brandon Flynn right there. As you at home probably know, one of my favorites. Atlanta Alpharetta boy, as well as served in the military, Air Force division.
The movie Top Gun.
Was that
because of him? Yep.
Tom Cruise's character.
Yep. He's
Brandon
Maverick.
Flynn.
Brandon Flynn. He might have a new nickname now, Maverick.
I love it.
Or Rooster.
Does he hit Callaway?
Yeah.
He's a Maverick.
Brandon Flynn, Scott Littlefield, Drew Cody, Menashe Masawi.
We talked a little bit about Scott Littlefield. He resembles Steed. Steed really resembled him.
Yeah. Yep. So Littlefield's got 2 top 8s this year. A guy that's going to put a lot of balls in play. Yesterday, Casey Steed, we talked about Casey Steed a lot, a guy in the amateur division that, ranked number 2 in the world, that just puts a lot of balls in play. He was 195 up to right around 200. And you're going to see Scott Littlefield be, successful in this at, 205 to 210. He's not a guy that's going to light up the radar and put up, 220 ball speed, but he puts a lot of balls in play and he does really well. He's very good at these round robin formats where he's always in and around. And when he gets these heads up matches, he's the type of guy that just hits golf balls in play and applies pressure to other hitters, similar to like a Josh Koch.
One thing I am noticing is slot number 1 and slot number 4 getting more balls in play than 2 and 3, and I think that's because of the direct sunlight. I wish you guys could see the crowd because everyone's got their hands up.
Oh yeah, it's
blocking
rough.
the sun.
It's rough. I mean, I got my glasses on right now, and the funny thing is that these glasses are polarized, so like the screens, I can't see anything on these screens right now. So
it's okay, even without them, it's kind of hard to see, but looks like Brandon Flynn just got one in the grid right there.
Ended up coming out OB, so we got slot 1, 2, and 3. Finally, Scott Littlefield puts a number on the board, tied with Menashe Masawi at 358.
Menashe being a lefty really helps.
Brandon Flynn's ball down that left side doesn't look like it's going to stay in on ball number 6. So, I mean, kind of to be expected. We're going to see some OB sets right now.
It makes it really hard to adjust. You're kind of swinging blindly out there, going with a lot of feel.
Yeah. If there is a tie, which it looks like there's going to be, well, they're not underlined as of right now. Currently, it looks like it's a tie between Scott Littlefield and Menashe Masawi. If there is one, they'll chop up 300 points. Scott Littlefield advances to improves to 359. So Scott Littlefield's going to take down the set.
Bobby, how do they determine a tie if someone's a little bit further or not?
It's within 6 inches. It's a 6-inch rule. So if the ball is 6 inches longer, then it will go to the guy that hit it farther. If it's 6 inches, it'll be a tie.
And they just split the points with a tie. We've had a lot of winners this year so far.
Yeah.
2 repeats, Justin James, Bryce Verplank.
Yep.
Colton Casto, Zach Holton, Seb Twiddell, and Martin Borgmeyer, our number 1, new world number 1.
Yep. Yeah, Martin will do well on this grid. He hits a nice high draw. It looks like the wind the next couple of days is going to come out of the south, so it's going to be a little right to left. So guys like Justin James and Kyle and Martin, I mean, granted, world number 1, 2, and 3, like it benefits those guys. But the guy that I'm looking at right now that I think is just locked in for this grid, it's a golf hole, is Zach Holton. I mean, Zach is just tough, and he came in third favorite on the betting lines. So Zach Holton here in slot number 1. He's ultra consistent, and for me, like I like this grid for him because there is a little bit of a slope down that left side. So if you can hit a nice little cut especially in slot number 1, and and just let it cut down that left side of the grid, left hash. You'll get some decent rollout here. So Landon Gentry's on the board currently at 325. David Wadd in slot number 4, and Kyle Gabbard, the 2021 Amateur World champion. That was fun yesterday.
That was so much
fun. It really was. Andrew, put himself in some tough situations. There was a lot of last balls. Eddie Fernandez ended up beating Ryan Riesbeck on the last ball. And, Andrew Eigner ended up in the semifinal and finals. Ended up getting in on that last ball.
Yeah. He's tough. It's going to be exciting to see him. He'll show up at Worlds as a professional.
Yeah, he's going to Oceanside as a professional as well.
Amateur professional? Is that what you call him now?
Yeah, he was the professional amateur, and now he's the amateur professional.
Zach Holton on the board at 360.
Jack Smith, that's 377's a bomb. And for me, we said it last several tournaments with Jack Smith. He hits it really far. He's fast. It's just a matter of can he keep the ball in play, hit a good ball in play. And because yesterday in the amateur division, there were a couple guys that were really fast.
Yep. Hayden Freeman.
He was like 213, 214, and we just always worry about it late. It's like, can he keep it together late? And,
just barely missed it there.
Yeah,
but
Bo Blair as well. Bo being a ball player.
Booyah.
Booyah. They just, came up a little short, and a lot of it just has to do, and it said it is the amateur division. So these guys are just newly introduced to the sport of lawn drive, and accuracy is something that's important. And, you got a guy like Casey Steed that was like 10, 15 miles per hour slower than them, but just an assassin, just hitting a bunch of balls in play. And there was a reason why he's number 2 in the world ranked at the time, and he made a T3 finish at the World Championships.
Yep. All right, well, we will be back right after this.
Zach Holt.
Introducing the new Bridgestone E9 Long Drive, co-designed by world long drive athletes to push the limits of distance, thanks to extreme ball speed and superior aerodynamic flight. Engineered for you to hit your longest drive. Drive the new E9 Long Drive, extreme distance for your game.
Who has a target on their back this year?
Kyle Marvin. The belt that's the only goal for this year is to win the belt.
So what's your PR before this, your longest drive?
Longest drive was actually on this grid at 463. I got 3rd in that set. So that's where long drive's a little difficult. But obviously 455 is what probably I'm better known for against West.
What are you looking forward to this season?
Trying to get some wins. It's the only thing I'm focused on. There's no moral victories anymore in the sport for me, so I just want W's. That's what I'm looking for.
Zach Holton closing it out at 379, longest ball of the day so far, but you know how much we love Bridgestone. We've got the play balls right here.
Yep, absolutely.
Designed by
long drivers, and that's why it's called the E9 Long Drive ball.
You can purchase this at any store and all the sporting goods, golf stores, if you want to experience what it's like to hit a long drive ball. Probably get some more distance as you're playing.
Hit it 700-800 yards farther, no doubt.
Pick up speed about 200 miles per hour.
Absolutely. You need to increase ball speed on your putts.
There you
Get
go.
yourself a Bridgestone
downhill putts. We got you.
Absolutely.
No, huge shout out to Bridgestone. We're very grateful for everything they've been doing for this tour and working with us to be able to have the best balls for everyone, for every competitor, making sure that it's fair. I think this is one of the best ones that they've been.
My favorite thing is like at the end of the tournaments. Like,
yeah.
I shut down the Memphis airport, but I put like 300 golf balls in my carry-on bag. Shut down the thing. At least it was 3 of them, and it was Justin James and Eddie. Like they were sitting there. It's 45 minutes. Like, what's going on? I'm like, they're golf balls, but obviously it was too heavy.
They had to like cut them open.
But yeah, I might take a couple more. But yeah, I got a nice little stash now. So It's the beauty of, being at every one of these tournaments.
Every event. They have to do something with them.
Once again, we want to thank Elon Tuckman. Kid's a stud. He's our boss. Just turned 19.
Yeah, Bud Widener's a year older than him.
He is. He still hasn't even gone to his senior prom, and he's telling us what to do.
Well, as we're talking about Bud, he'll be in, group number 2 today, I believe.
Yep.
He has an opportunity to make a Cinderella run, just like he did in Port Rowan.
Absolutely.
It was great to see him. He was on the mic yesterday, giving us some feedback.
Yep.
He's got his sister in town, traveling with him.
Absolutely. He was on the range yesterday. We ended up hit a couple balls about 10 minutes from here. He was on the range, and I was had the honor to borrow one of his clubs and hit some balls. But great kid, leads the entire league in purchased tornado tees and T-claws.
T-claws and smiles, and
He's
he was right
world
there.
Number one. World number one.
He was right there celebrating Andrew Eigner yesterday. We got Mark Costello on the board at 366.
Yep. I like this grid for Costello, too. Anybody that hits like a little flat cut, I really like.
I like Jeff Smuck's third ball right there.
So, but yeah, Costello's a guy that you're going to see in and around 218 pretty much the entire tournament. He can run it up to 221, 222 as far as ball speed goes. So the ball might be a little bit easier to see right now. There's a little, I don't have to say fog or a little.
I think it is, because look at Costello's ball right there. I don't know if that's going to leak out to the left a bit, but 216.
Laser straight. See if this one's in the 70s. I mean, I like the profile of that shot. Threw it down that left side, 371. So Costello's off to a good start. A gentleman who's been on the Golf Channel numerous times as well.
Without a doubt.
Last time he was on the Golf Channel, he went 455 yards at the WinStar World Casino, the World Championships. Pretty much a home game for him, being out in the DFW area. WinStar's about an hour north of Dallas. So he got to stay in his own bed.
Really nice.
Costello starting off his tournament on fire. 371, Littlefield 358, Schmuck 352, David Watt 329. Costello could still improve, but it looks like everybody else's numbers are on the board. So he'll have 400 points early on.
He is just heating up.
Yep.
It was fun. We had Mike Ambrose in the booth yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
Got to talk with him and Ryan Rees back a little bit about how in the past they had the golden ball, the money ball, the last ball, I don't know what it was called.
Yeah.
But the format that we'll have during television where one person hits, another person hits, apparently if you were the second place, you'd have like this golden ball, and if you hit it and beat the other person, then they would have opportunity to hit another one. That's kind of fun. I feel like that kind of heightens everything up for betting as well.
Yeah, I'd be interested to see, because right now we got Colorado, Arizona, Tennessee, and there was one more state. Could have been Wyoming. There was 4 states that you could get in. So Betfred right now, if you're in Colorado, I know you can download the app and bet on these.
Yep. Might tell my family to go get an Airbnb over there for a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
All
yeah,
right.
Go put some, on his lovely Sunday. Get gambling early. It's
get a couple.
It's not an addiction if you win.
Well said by
absolutely
Phil Mickelson himself.
Phil's laying some hard action right now.
He's definitely in Wyoming.
Yeah. No, he flew to Colorado just for this moment right now. Jack Smith in slot number 1, 377 on his first set.
Slot number 1's a good one.
Sun's
down a bit.
A lot of OB sets to be expected, but now I expect those numbers to go down drastically just because the sun is rising.
Yeah.
So it's not directly in their face. It's still, if they launch it high, they might be taking a peek at it. But, I mean, some of these guys, I don't see any of them with the glasses. And some when you wear the glasses, like it
makes a big difference.
It's off just a little
Yeah.
bit. Like when I wear sunglasses, like I always feel like I hit a little thin, you know?
I mean, well, they tell you in golf, make sure you don't have, the polarized ones sometimes because it really messes up your vision.
I know like when I wear these glasses, like my misses are always like low on the face. So Jack Smith at 374. He was like more mid-pack.
Look at him.
As far as like one of the like favorites. And they did change the odds. Like we were talking yesterday, there was like guys that were plus 20,000, but I know on Betfred it was plus 6,500 was the most. And I got a text last night that they were only able to bet like $12 on Jack Smith. So that was the max bet. It was like $12.50. So maybe they might be able to bump that up.
Gonna pull it up.
So Jack Smith safely in the lead right now. Brandon Flynn still working on a number here. Flynn went OB the first set. I mean, very uncharacteristic of Brandon because he's a guy that hits the ball really straight. Looks like this ball flirting down that left side could be in on ball number 5.
It is great to see Jack Smith put a lot of balls in play right here. 3 out of the first 3 balls. He's been working.
Flynn, 358, finally has a number on the board there after being no for his first 10. But you could say, Brandon's frustrated sitting there in slot number 2. And then, like you said,
at least he got something on the board. We'll be back right after this.
Eastman is driving change to show the world what's possible with recycling. Don't toss your plastic in the trash. Put it in the recycling bin. We'll work our advanced recycling magic and turn waste into materials with new life. Visit eastman.com/WLD to learn more.
In LaSalle, Colorado, it all came down to Zach Holton and Martin Borgmeyer.
2 studs on the tee box right now. Zach Holton in slot 2, Marty Borgie 240, the 2022 world champ. Last year's champ. Like I said, Zach Holton has been locked in all day, just hitting that little baby cut.
I just, I've faced Martin before, and he's beaten me in the finals. But I just wanted to go out and try to hit my ball and see if it'd be good enough.
Zach Holton's at 467. We're going to have a battle right here. Borgmeyer fighting down that left side. Did that one stay in play? Zach Holton is putting on an absolute clinic right now. 468, 67, 65.
Jack Smith is on fire. Bunch of balls in the 370s, which those were the numbers that Eddie was putting up yesterday. And, we can talk about Eddie because even though he's really, really, really old, he's fast.
He's really, really, really fast.
And he's really good. And he looks
really, really young.
Yep. Yeah. Eddie hit a couple profile shots yesterday where he kind of rode out the wind left to right. That was the ball that won at 374. But he also hit like a mid to low pull in slot number 4 that kind of just crossed the center of the grid. That went 373. This is a speed. This is definitely a speed grid. Will Hogue 371, and we're seeing the guys in slot number 1 do well. But when we talk about top seeds, which got Josh Koch's top seed in this group, you got Costello, Koch, Holton, there's a reason why they're hitting it the farthest because, they're the best in the business.
Without a doubt.
So, with 370s, good number right now. The other state is Wyoming. Arizona, Colorado, Wyoming, and Tennessee. We're going to go to YouTube. We'll ask, who are your favorites to win? Who do you have winning in the ladies division? Who do you have winning in the men's division?
Who do you have for longest ball of the day? I think it's
Maddie Bombs is in the house. Maddie, good afternoon. What time is it? It's got to be like 10:30 at night in Australia. So Maddie Bombs.
We miss you, fella.
Yep. This is funny, Zach Carver. The Top Gun is about the Navy. I know, but still, it sounds good anyways. Whatever. That is pretty funny, though.
Brandon Maverick Flynn.
Yeah. So that's really funny. You got Monica, JJ. Those are solid picks. But yeah, we can still call him Rooster. We're calling Brandon Flynn Rooster.
All right, here.
Yeah, no, we do have air-conditioned tents right now. It's 6:30 in Denver. All right, we got the odds up. But like I said yesterday, I got a text message from one of my buddies. They went to bet Jack Smith, and they can only bet $12. So they got to bump that up. Those are rookie numbers right there. $12, you only win $300.
That sounds like my type of betting. Maybe $2 and a Snicker.
They got to do a parlay, you know. Let's hit a 3-way parlay where you bet, you know, here you go. Let's take, let's see, who do we got? What do you say we take Andy Fernandez at plus 6,500 and parlay him with a couple heads-up matches and, you know, whatever, and win $700 million.
I like that one.
I like it. Yeah, I wonder, like, how much they're going to let us, not let us, the general public bet. Wes Patterson, 6,500. That's a solid.
That's a solid one right
like
there.
For me, it was 9,900 yesterday. Was who was it? 9,900. It wasn't Tomohiro Toyonaga. It was Naoto Masumi. Now he's at 4,900.
Yes.
Yeah, Naoto Masumi at 9,900 yesterday. Like, oof. I mean, he's got 2 wins this year. He just won out in Japan.
They were listening to us. We've got.
I mean, there's a couple of these like heads-up matches like are juicy. You know, really.
Kelly Rudney for the women.
Yep. So, but Monica Living is the favorite in the women's division. Jack Smith at 400, Costello's at 400 or 300, Littlefield's at 300. Koch rounding off. Set number 2 here. Longest in between sets for Mr. Koch today. It's nice out right now. It's not warm. It was 70 degrees this morning.
It was really nice. Yep. What did you do last night, Bobby? You said you went to go hit some. We have another range where the guys
there's
can
a range.
go practice.
Yeah, we just hit some balls. Just you know, as I'm not an influencer.
Yeah.
I guess the Lawn Drivers page is like a meme
I feel like
page,
you're an influencer.
not really. But anyways, we shot some content. We got a couple good videos we put up. Then we ate at the Olive Garden, which was lovely.
Ooh, bougie.
It was very nice. You know, the breadsticks and salad were delicious.
Little marinara sauce.
Yep, and just sitting with Bobby Ray. It's always fun.
A lot of fun having him on the mic last night.
I just like how he says, like, everybody's just bullies with me. I'm just gonna be bullied the rest of my life. You know.
No.
You know, he's 6'4", like 230, getting bullied.
I definitely think he's one of the.
He's hilarious.
One of the kindest people out here.
He is. It's fun. Great family as well. You know, so the Rays, if you're up this morning, your son, bless his heart, combined, him and I have like IQs of maybe like 75. I got 74 of it. So.
And started multiple businesses. Look at you. Don't need a high IQ.
Oh, yeah. But we are live in Kingsport, Tennessee, back on the Golf Channel.
Absolutely beautiful here. I mean, if you're out here and you get a chance to come super early to either watch the sunrise or set, it's a sight to see. But we're here in the
Appalachian Mountains.
Appalachian.
Devin Fitzgerald, 369 from slot number 4. I'm now, kid, in the lead. What did Devin do in the first one? I can pretty much guarantee there was like 6 or 7 guys that went OB in the first set. You know, we called that. Like, that would have been a good over-under. Out of the 16 hitters, I would have done like 3.5. I would have done the over-under at 3.5 just because they're looking directly in the sun. The OB sets are gonna be minimized now just because they're not, to look directly looking into it. Koch doesn't look like that last ball staying for Koch. I don't know. It was leaking down that right side, so Koch is going to go OB in slot number 2. Devin Fitzgerald, 369. Kyle Gabbard, 363. Menashe Masawi at 339.
We'll be back after this.
You don't have to love nature to visit Tennessee. You also don't have to love whiskey. You don't even have to love music. Well, maybe just that last one. Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Mitchell Dobbin, good morning.
Look at the beautiful people in the stands right there. Look at little Zane,
Yeah.
Xander.
Xander.
Scotty Pierman.
Scotty
representing with the purple.
That's a good bet right there, Scotty Pierman.
Ah,
there he is. Scotty's famous. I don't know his name, but we'll call him Mike. Hey, Mike.
All right, we absolutely love all the people that are here early this morning. Make sure you come out tonight and tomorrow, where we'll be hitting Underneath the Lights live for Golf Channel.
Gabbard going back-to-back here. He was in slot 1 in set number 2, and now is in slot number 4 in set 3. Jeff Schmuck, AJ Katusi, Brandon Flynn, Kyle Gabbard.
Big set for Brandon here.
Yeah, a win would put him at 300 points. OB in a second place.
With his hitbombs.com, and that's what he just did, was hit a bomb right there, 209.
Yeah, it's perfect
right
flight
down
right here.
the middle.
Yeah, I'd take this ball flight all day.
High ball.
I'm going to say, okay, over-under for $7 because we're betting less. 364.
Over.
Here we go. Drum roll. Drum roll. Brandon Flynn. 366.
Let's go.
We're close. We're getting good at this. You know,
Pays
and
for lunch.
It's harder on us now because we can't
don't
see
have all
the carry distance. So,
Yeah.
but like once again, the engineers are sitting right next to us, and they said for Oceanside they will give us iPads so we can actually see. And if there's anything that we really truly need as far as left to right or right to left movement, they'll give us those numbers just so we can have an idea.
Without a doubt.
Because it is important. It is important because last tournament in Utah, the ball movement left to right, the greater, like if it was like 80, 90 feet, was more beneficial than having a 30-foot left to right. And it helps us out immensely in the booth. You know, for me, like I like seeing the ball height, like, hey, you know, is it 180
Landing
feet today?
angles,
Is it 150? Is it 120? Like, or can you get away with hitting 120 feet in the air and still get rollout? You can get away with a lot. I mean, Utah, I love that grid. You can essentially, as they say, hit your shot. You can hit your shot in Utah and not get penalized for it.
Yeah, that was a great grid. Kyle Gabbard with the bomb right there, 203. Looks like those high ball flights right now are being rewarded.
Schmuck's ball is fighting down that left side. He's waving at it. But Brandon Flynn, 366. It's going to be a good big set for him because that'll put him at 300 points after 3 sets. So after, essentially going, Brandon Flynn is 2 for 18 right now.
Yeah.
Uncharacteristic of him, but you know what? Second place in a win. He's got him 300 points.
He's doing what he's got to do to get the job done.
Yep.
And I don't see him staying in this uncharacteristic, phase right now. There's one thing he knows how to do is get balls in the grid. I think this is the most athletic thing is the guys jumping off and then jumping straight onto the platform to get their tees.
Yep.
That's impressive. I wonder what everyone's vertical
is. Good morning,
is.
everybody.
Hi, Mom.
Happy Sunday. I feel like we have to talk with a little bit of a country twang.
I already have a country twang, so born and raised.
I went to I said it yesterday at the gas
Louisiana.
station. I'm like, how you doing? And he said something was like, and I couldn't understand what he was saying in the beginning, and then I had to ask him again, and he was like, but yeah, how you doing, everybody? We're in Tennessee. Nice to see you.
Tennessee's been great. Visit Kingsport. They're a huge supporter of this event, and they always bring out the crowd. Yesterday we had a lot of events and things for the kiddos, YMCA out here, where Seb, Jacob Galladay, and Sandra Carborg went out and helped pack some lunches and serve for the community, and that's what this place is all about, is community. So we love all the community support out here. If you're nearby, make sure you come out. We've got some cool merch this event as well. So.
Oh yeah, I just dropped a lot of money on swag. It's looking good and looking dapper.
The $7 that I just made is going to a hat, or half of a hat.
Oh yeah. The large shirt that I had, the white shirt that I had to get a medium, which is fine. I'm okay with it. swimming in that thing. I was going to wear the white one today, and then I'm like,
I still think you should have rocked the white one with your old school shorts.
The
you know, come in with
Jordans
the Jordan
that go down
shorts.
like halfway to my calf.
Bring back the 2000s, early 2000s, right there. We'd have your walkout song, you know.
I was all about Michigan basketball back in the day. You know, the Fab Five.
Yeah.
You had the black socks that would go up, you know, and then the baggy pants. They were trendsetters back then. So it's funny to watch like guys like, you know, like look at old school like Tiger Woods, like how baggy his pants were.
Gosh.
Pleated.
And shirts.
Oh yeah, swimming
that red
in them.
shirt was just swallowing him.
Yep, but
Scott Littlefield on the board at 344. Only one right now. Let's look at that one.
You know, Zach Holton ended up going OB in his second set. Won the first set. And it's, you know, it's a little bit of a difference too, that these guys are hitting on they're teeing up on the pads.
Yeah. Which
optically it could mess with you a little bit.
It's a big difference.
It is, and you know, for me, like I remember when we would, you know, hit on these platforms, is that I would tee it up on the far inside, like top left, and it would force me to try to, like, you know, hit the inside half of the golf ball. Like for me, it helped me a little bit. And I know it could be throwing these guys off. A good ball from Holton right here, 218, little cut. This one should be a big number here.
That should be a really good one.
If it stayed in play, it does roll off a little bit down that right side. So
380, boom.
Yep, that's a huge number right now. And that was a mile per hour faster than Eddie's. You know, that went 379.
I mean, now he's cranking it at 219. He's putting everything he has into it. Well, not everything because he's got a lot. But this tee box is also very different than the practice tee box. So I think we see the guys slowly building speed out here because out there you can slip really easily.
Yeah. That tee box, it's a platform and it's a different type of turf. And right now, like, there's a lot of moisture. It's a little slippery, a little scary actually. But Zach Holton's at 380, takes down the set. He'll have 400 after 3 sets.
The decision to hire a lawyer is not one to be taken lightly and is one that people often have to make during very tough times. Make the choice that hundreds of satisfied clients have already made and chose Josh Hopner, an attorney who will fight for you from the beginning of your case until the very end. Josh's practice serves the greater Tri-Cities area, including Kingsport. Contact him today to schedule your free consultation.
So what is your longest drive? You didn't even have the last season.
So my longest drive indoors, we'll say I think 422, but in competition I had one this morning, 381. I just graduated college.
Oh my gosh. Wow. So what are you looking forward to for the season?
Definitely looking forward to experience, mainly just enjoy my time learning the sport and trying to get better and just using the competitive atmosphere and spirit to make me a better person too.
Oh, I love that.
Jack Smith, yeah. I mean, not one of the favorites on the betting lines, but one of the favorites to win this tournament. This kid is an absolute stud. Similar build to Justin James, and he is very fast. I would say in game speed, he is top 5 in the world in game speed. So I've seen him top out at 228. You'll see him in and around probably 222 to 225 when he's moving it right now early on. Jack Smith, this is his 4th tournament as a rookie, but he trains with the best in the world, and he's very calm, cool, and collected, and a very, very talented long driver. And he said he's been nursing a forearm injury all year.
He has.
But
it's been
just
great
light
to watch
and
him.
Fast.
Look at that,
Just
right out the gate.
Smoothie right down the middle.
213 ball speed right there.
I'll take that all day.
That's going to – all right, what's the over-under of 374?
371. Yeah, I'd say 371. I'll take 371 on the number.
Ooh.
See, the thing is that he hit a high enough. That was the question. And that's that for me. Like, I needed to see the height because that looked a little low. So he needs to bump it just a little bit.
Koch
with a little cutty right down the middle. So like this ball flight, I like better just because it was a little higher. Like Jack had 1,500 spin too, so that ball didn't stay in the air very long. So if I had to guess, he probably hit it 120, 130 feet in the air, and not too much spin. So he's gonna have to bump up the spin a little bit and hit a little bit higher. But that was a good start for Jack Smith.
You can tell he's definitely been working it for getting those balls in the grid. As we said earlier, he's definitely one of the Rookie of the Year favorites right there with Seb Twiddell.
Drew Cody with a decent ball here. That one looks like he's going to push Obi right, but Drew Cody ended up qualifying for the World Championships in Portland, Connecticut. Another pro baseball guy. Got up to AAA. So played in Memphis as well. So
kind of hometown turf.
Yeah, 7.5 hours away. That's the one thing with Florida. It's like if you live in Key West and then like your family lives in Pensacola, that's I don't know, like a 16-hour drive. An absolute nightmare.
Texas.
Yeah, Texas would be El Paso to
Brownsville
Shreveport.
and yeah.
Shreveport
is Louisiana. But
yeah, I know. Well, you know, you come
enough,
in.
Yeah.
Kilgore.
Longview. There we go.
Got to say with an accent. And speaking of Jack Smith, he is from Shreveport, Louisiana.
He is.
He's got a good old country twang. So
our families know each other, and
always the argument is Texas the South.
Is Texas the South? No.
Mm-hmm.
No.
East Texas?
East Texas?
Yeah.
Has a little bit more southern influence, I would say, for sure.
I always felt like that was a good argument. Is Texas the South? Let's ask the guys on and gals on YouTube. So, because like in South Florida, it's like the more north you go, the more southern it gets. So, Jack Smith, 386.
Woo! Continuing to build.
If he puts balls in play, he is going to be really dangerous. He's a guy that you're going to see on the Golf Channel on Monday, starting at 9 p.m. for the men's. Jack Smith off to a really, really good start here with 3 straight wins. So let's go to Jack Smith here. Let's brag about this kid. He's ranked number 18 in the world currently, 6 foot. It doesn't even say, he doesn't have his body fat. Just kidding.
Oh yeah. Put med school on hold to pursue long drive.
I like it.
I did talk to his parents about that, and they said long drive just kind of came out of nowhere, and that's what they're pursuing. And med school will always be there. Right there in Shreveport, you got LSU Med.
Oh yeah.
A lot of his friends I know have gone there. I believe his sister is here this week.
Yeah, sister, mom, dad. Dad is
whole group.
A great guy, by the way.
Oh, the whole family.
You go
awesome.
find Jack Smith's dad, and you want to have a nice, good talk and a good laugh. He's the man.
They went to church last night and then had a great meal at Fusion, which is I was looking up that place. I think I really want to go there. They said it's fantastic here in Kingsport, but what a family.
Yeah, he made the finals in Utah, round of 16 in Portland, and made the quarterfinals in LaSalle. So he's off to a great start this year, just ultra consistent. Once again, Jack Smith with 3 straight wins to start off his tournament in the round of 64.
Once again, Will Hogue.
Mr. Hogue. Yeah.
The firefighter himself.
Chief Will. Not Captain Will. Will came up to me and he corrected me right away. So, learning the ranks, which, like I said, Zach Carver telling me that Top Gun is about, Navy pilots, which we know, but still.
Tom Cruise was still based off of Brandon Flynn. And
it is.
I hold on to that.
Yeah, for sure. Will Hogue in the lead at 365. Went OB in his first set.
He's always got such a great composure.
Oh, yeah. So one of the best videos of all time in long drive was Will on this grid, just ripping one 400 yards, all carry. Back in 2018, Costello 375. Costello with the second and a first place. A win here would put him at 500. So we can safely say that we're going to see Jack Smith in the round of 32. He is the first confirmed guy to make it.
And Mark Costello is not too far behind from being confirmed.
Costello wins this set, he would have 500 points. Zach Holton with 400 after going OB in set number 2. Littlefield at 325. Mr. Consistencies, Scott Littlefield, always there. great competitor.
And we're in the third set of group number 1 for our round robins. This set is kind of big because either you can relax a little bit, not have that pressure as you go into 4 and 5, or you can kind of put yourself in a hard position right there. We've got Sam Judah, who was in the booth with us earlier yesterday.
Maybe we can get him back in the booth. You know, look at him. He's locked in, though. Hit bombs. Hitbombs.com.
Welcome to Kingsport, Tennessee, a magical place where history and charm meets breathtaking beauty. Nestled in the heart of Northeast Tennessee, Kingsport offers a getaway like no other. Whether you're seeking adventure, relaxation, or a taste of Southern hospitality, Kingsport has something for everyone. Load up the family and make the short drive to Kingsport for an affordable and unforgettable vacation. Head to visit Kingsport.com to plan your trip today.
After 3 sets, Jack Smith, Mark Costello, Zach Holton, Scott Littlefield, Will Hogue, Devin Fitzgerald, Brandon Flynn, Josh Koch are your top 8 currently. AJ Katusi's not too far away with 250 points. So,
Cannon, the crowd right here. Look at Bobby Peterson.
There it is, Peter Bobby Daughter.
And then we cut really quickly to Zach Holton, who is fast.
Yep.
He's had an incredible year.
Multiple one-stop power shop guys here in slot number 3 and number 4.
One of our winners.
One good thing for Jack Smith is that, yeah, he gets to train with, Berkshire, Zach Holton, Scotty Perriman, Colton Casto. There's many more that train there. So, for me, Jack Smith, even though he's a rookie, I mean, he conducts himself like a veteran. The kid's a pro's pro. And, say, tip of the cap to his parents. They raised a wonderful kid.
Without
Great guy.
a doubt.
And I said Jack Smith has just got that. How you doing? Nice to meet you.
He is a Southern gentleman at the finest.
Absolutely.
Have you seen the TV show Lincoln Lawyer?
I haven't.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, he has that charisma.
I see Jack Smith marrying a supermodel. I'm calling it right now. So he's going to marry a supermodel, Jack Smith, or an actress. Someone really famous. Yeah, he's going to marry someone really famous.
Like influencer?
Possibly. But Jack Smith on the board here at 369. Holton still working on a number.
I think he liked that last one. It might hold on the right side, but he was giving it a yell.
But right now, I like how composed he is. He looks like he's trying to stay in a certain pocket, very similar to what Justin James does in these tournaments, and even Martin Borgmeyer. Just trying to be 215, just be, focus on hitting the center of the club face. Because there's a lot of these guys that really struggle trying to back off the throttle.
Yep.
But some guys that are very talented at it, where they can build throughout. And I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that Jack Smith is a good golfer as well. So is Zach Holton. So they can back off the throttle and still be extremely accurate. Some of these guys start guiding it, and then it's almost non-beneficial for them to not go full gas. So,
without a doubt. And I think, too, they also know how to sequence their swing really well. So stopping at the top for a half a second more and then really rotating into it. But I love this one by Zach Holton.
Yep, 219.5.
He's already on the board, but I think this is going to beat it.
377, up or down?
Ooh,
for $100 million.
$100 million?
$100 million. I'm going to take the under. It's going to be 374, 366.
Just got a note in, hot off the press, amateur
the
world
man,
champion.
He spilled the beans last night and why he's so successful at long
and
drive.
we'll have him tell us that here later today.
That was hilarious. It's just like, and you just look at his reaction when he says it, just like, oh no. It's so funny.
Oh no, the secret's out.
The secret is out.
Jack Smith taking it down at 369, not too far behind Zach Holton by a yard for 368.
All right, so Smith will have 800 points. Holton will have, well, it depends. Right now, we're not sure yet.
We're waiting for it. I would like to say, though, I won the $100 million.
Yeah.
Billion. $100 billion.
$100 million. So I'd say Zach Holton's in. He's at 500 points. Costello still hasn't even hit. He's at 500.
What's the funniest nickname you think that's out here?
That's a good question. I mean, I feel like Bobby Ray could have 500 nicknames that, 496 of them wouldn't be very appropriate, right? Long way, Bobby Ray. I don't know. I mean, who does have a good nick? I don't know. I mean, I always like saying Pow Pow.
Ryan Reesback.
The big deal. You got Marty Borghi, 240.
That's a good one.
So.
I think we need to
My favorite is the Predator. Stephen Rowe, the Predator. Golfzilla Zuback.
Yeah. We got to
So
get
the Macho
Phyllis
Man,
one.
Trevor Savage.
Ooh, I like that
Macho Man.
Hulk Holton.
Hulk Holton's a good one. Jack Rabbit Abbott.
Jack Rabbit Abbott.
Monica, I'm not leaving living.
Too many.
But yeah, hers is good if, like I said, you could make it more than PG-13. You know what? Elon did potentially give me two ounce.
He gave you one pass,
He
and
did.
then I
He
gave
gave
you
me
my
one
pass,
and
so
he
you've
gave-
got two.
So, but you guys can figure out, Monica, I'm not leaving living. So I like that nickname, though, for her. Because we did. The first one we called her leaving, it's like, it's living. Like, okay, sorry. Right away. Because you'll get the family members that'll say
help
something.
us out. Look at
So,
Will
like,
Hoag's ball right here.
Anna Drejos. We will not say Anna. It's Anna Drejos today.
So the snapping turtle, Justin James.
Yeah, JJ. I mean, but like JJ's real, nickname is JJ.
Did you ever watch with the little CEO? What is the movie? Do you want to build a snowman?
Yeah. Is that Frozen?
Frozen.
Yeah.
That's Anna.
Anna. Yeah.
Is one of the princesses.
Yes.
So just think of Anna as a princess.
There you have it. Toby Keith's son's name's Steelin, and I had a heart.
That's
Yeah,
good.
like stealing bases. So yeah,
Ooh,
so when
that's
someone
really
told me that, I
good.
was like, hey, what's Toby Keith's son's name? He's the man, by the way. He's like, oh, it's stealing, like stealing bases. Okay, never
like it.
forgot it after that. So David Watt, Devin Fitzgerald, Will Hogan, Brandon Flynn do not have a number on the board. Flynn has struggled. He was 2 for his first 18. Now he's 3 for his first 21. But he's hitting balls in play, and he's putting up good numbers.
Got a ball there, and this one looks like it's going to be good too.
71's a good number right now.
He's consistent in 370s right now.
Yeah. So, and I think a lot of it has to do with the fact that they're having a hard time seeing the golf ball. Because you'll see right away, Brandon looks back at the spotter. He's got Dennis Trammell, who is the GOAT of, ball spotting in slot number 4.
His wife is here.
Yeah.
They are talking about great families.
Dennis is the man. So I like Devin Fitzgerald's, he's at 209. So he's just got to straighten that one out here in slot number 2. Wad doesn't have a number on the board as of right now. Will Hoag sitting at 300 points.
We're on the last ball. You kind of just want to hit it in play. And I know we talk about not being the call, but knowing what you have to do here, I'm taking a golf swing and just putting it in play.
Say, Will, immediately, he hits that ball, looks at Bobby Peterson, had absolutely no idea where that ball went. So
means the sun's right in their eyes again here.
And not only that, there's a lot of moisture on the ground, so it's tough on the eyes.
It is.
And I'm surprised like some of these guys aren't wearing glasses, but we talked about it. Like it'll throw off your depth perception. And for me, like I would try to tee it a little bit higher for myself, like if I was wearing glasses. I mean, we'll be back if Brandon Flynn gets another win. He's at 500.
Come to Kingsport, Tennessee, a place to retreat, play, relax. Located in the scenic foothills of the Great Smoky Mountains, our hotel offers spacious rooms, many with balconies, and offer mountain views. Dine at our restaurants, sip cocktails on the patio with friends, or tee off on our 18-hole cattails at Meadowview Golf Club. See if you can conquer the cat trap. Treat yourself to a remarkable stay at Meadowview Conference Resort and Convention Center.
And we are back. Brandon Flynn took the set there for 500. We were talking about it earlier. All these guys had to do was just knock one in the grid. And we saw Brandon Flynn, I believe it was in Utah, where he took out his play driver or another driver, and he just smoothed a couple of ones out there. getting a good rhythm, hitting some in play, and then he went to his longer driver, a little bit more flex, turned it up, was hitting somewhere around 212, 213 ball speed, and made a huge difference. And we saw a lot of improvement there. So I wonder if the guys are going to take that here, because I see a lot of guys just going at it right from the gate right now. Paul Kewen, Drew Cody, Kyle Gabbard, and Mark Costello. Costello's in. At this point, I really like this one by Kyle Gabbard. It's a little high, but if it's in play, looks like it's going to be out. Here we go. Kyle Gabbard, last year's amateur world champion, will have Andrew Eigner for the 2023 world champion here in the booth later today. He can tell us what it's like to be down there with the crowd. We were talking about earlier how for a lot of these guys it's their first time hitting on the platform as well as having a massive crowd, and I think that's kind of playing a little bit into today and yesterday.
Well, it feels like it's a major.
Yeah.
You know, it has a different feel to it. You know, this is my first time being here and driving in. It just, yeah, there's
you
just
feel it.
The energy was different in a good way.
You get a, you got to wear your player's tag, your staff tag.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, official.
You got bodyguards.
I had to get police escorted in here. You know,
yeah, bodyguards.
Signing autographs in the clubhouse, and in the hotel. I signed autographs until 3 in the morning last night. It's a line out the door.
I had to leave at 1 a.m. It was just too much for me.
I have horrible penmanship.
You can only imagine how late all the other players were actually out there.
Yep. Oh yeah. Yeah, I was up at 6 o'clock this morning signing autographs as well. But yeah,
Costello with 1 ball left to get it in play.
Costello's at 500. I mean, a ball in play would help him out, but I think 500 is going to be good.
He's pretty good.
Gabbard's at 354 right now in the lead. That was just to help him out immensely because he's at 150 points, so that would put him at 350. So we talked about it yesterday. We talked about it a bunch. You could have 100 or 150 points after 3 sets and still give yourself a chance to get in. And that's the beauty of these round-robin formats where you could have a couple sets where you struggle, but a couple wins gives you a chance to advance. And Kyle Gabbard right now is in the lead.
He is. We're looking for Drew Cody's last ball. Josh Jackson hyping him up right there. Just going to come up short just a tad bit, but he's going to take a second. That's one of the lovely things out here, watching everyone cheer each other on.
Absolutely. So just posted the video of Bob Barker and Happy Gilmore. You know, rest in peace to Bob Barker.
I know.
You know,
yesterday.
Yeah. And someone said, who said it? It might have been Seamus. They said something about, you know, Bob Barker, you know, you can't go over $1, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, 99 years old.
Wow.
It was fun to watch. You know, grew up, you know, watching The Price is Right. Ever since I can remember.
Did
that was
you
my
see
favorite show.
The video with, is it Aaron Paul from Breaking Bad where he was on the show?
Yeah, I didn't see that
It's so good, but, oh, man, Bob Barker. I think we all grew up with him.
But I mean, I made multiple memes from, there was one where this guy had probably a 2-foot putt and the hole was the size of a basketball hoop, and he ended up winning a car. He ended up winning the car.
I've seen that one. That's good.
That one's hilarious.
R.I.P.
Absolutely.
To one of the greats.
Bob Barker, double B. I like that swing from Koch. Just, you know, he always has a very, very consistent swing. Scott Littlefield with a bullet right down the middle. I mean, this kid center punches golf balls, you know, and just the kid's tough as nails. Littlefield, 359. It's a good start. Landon Gentry in slot number 2. And Bob Barker, one of the things, was probably one of the biggest World Long Drive fans of all time.
Without a doubt. I mean, as we're placing bets, I think he would have been the perfect person to host. What's the right price?
He just liked beating up people that were long drivers, you know, Happy Gilmore being one of them. So
our first long driver,
yeah.
Happy Gilmore.
Absolutely. AJ Gattusi 356, Scott Littlefield 359. Koch working on a number.
Now,
Landon Gentry taking that right to left. It's
that
a good
looks
ball
really
here
good.
from Landon.
Yeah.
I like that profile shot.
Now, we'll have to say that's one thing I'm surprised we don't have a lot of is a lot of hockey players because they bomb it. I mean, I think about Justin Bieber.
Yeah? Yeah, he hits the ball one way.
No, but really, I would love to see some hockey players out here because I feel like
We had Sadlowski.
Yeah.
2-time world champ. Koch, Obi Wright.
Just gotta. I'd like to see him aim it a little bit more on that left side.
Koch could put himself in a tough spot here if he goes OB. Yeah, he's at 300 points right now. He would have 300 points after this set. You know, but there's a lot of OBs here. You got Will Hogan, Devin Fitzgerald at 300 points with 2 OB sets with wins and a second place. So Josh Koch needs to put a ball in play here.
I like that one by AJ.
This one is fighting down that right side from Koch, 210. This should
that one should be good.
That one's good. I think this one will take the lead too for Koch. That's a big ball for him. He needed that one. This one, a 352.
It's a number.
It is a number, but right now that'll put him at
Landon
325.
building 361 there.
Scott Littlefield just plugging along here.
Ooh, Josh Koch. If that one stays in, that's going to be good.
Fighting down that left side. That one stayed in the air longer. That one's going to be a bigger number.
Yeah, if that kicked right, which is there's a possibility on that left side. It's either a kick right or left. We'll see. Waiting for a number here by Josh Koch.
359.
359.
So that takes third for Koch, so that'll put him at 350 points. Littlefield's going to take it down. He'll be at 525, so Scott Littlefield will advance here to the round of 32. So you got Jack Smith at 800. You got Holton, Costello, Flynn, and now Scott Littlefield will be at 525. We haven't seen a playoff yet. We didn't have a playoff yesterday.
Yet, but I believe that there will be one today.
How much would you bet to do it?
I'll tell you
that is
after
the question.
this.
Your vacation is now playing in Tennessee.
Tennessee, where I hear majority of bachelorette parties are held.
Nashville.
Right there in Nashville.
Nash Vegas. Jack Smith, Scott Littlefield, Zach Holton, Mark Costello, Brandon Flynn are in. 3 more spots are up for grabs. Kyle Gabbard, Josh Koch, Will Hogue, and Devin Fitzgerald are on the inside. Will Hogan, Devin Fitzgerald are tied currently at 300 points. Koch and Gabbard are at 350.
All right, so if AJ...
Everybody is pretty still has a chance.
Has a chance. Any of these guys win. Yeah, they have gives them a chance.
Paul Kewen, yeah, he's at 225. Menashe Masawi's at 250. Don't see Watt up there. AJ Katusi's at 275. Yeah, this is a big set because one of these guys will have, you know, in and around, like, at the worst. Like, if Wad, Menashe Masawi, or Katusi win, worst would be at 425. So AJ Katusi would be at 475. Menashe Masawi would be at 450. Kewen would be at 225. Watt on the board at 352.
Yep.
Paul Kewen at 333.
This is going to be close. All these guys are kind of similar. I think AJ
Katusi qualified in Portland for the World Championships.
His speed is up there.
Taking a peek at Menashe Masawi, just Obi right in slot number 3. We got a ball down that left side from David Wad. He's currently in the lead at 352.
Yeah, ball down the right there for AJ. See if that one stayed in. Yep, at 340. He's on the board.
Menashe Masawi's longest drive of the day so far is 367, so if he hits a good ball here, he's got plenty of gas in the tank to take the lead. This one looks decent.
It does, if that stays in.
It's a little bit of a miss hit for Menashe Masawi, but this one's down that left side, 200 ball speed. It looks straight, and it's not much movement on that golf ball for him. Let's see if this one's on the board. 352, so he's tied with David Wad. So Menashe Masawi right now, currently, if nothing changes, would have 150 points, which would put him at 400. A lot of OB sets to start off. That wind there, the wind hasn't done much at all. I'm looking at the flags, it's left to right, but it's barely moving. The sun is rising.
It is.
The sun is rising.
Slowly but surely.
Slowly but surely.
The dew is settling.
Yeah, I mean, it's bright out right now. It really is. So, and it is. That's probably the most difficult condition to have is not being able to see your ball flight, So a lot of these guys you'll see, they snap their necks back real quick to take a peek at the ball callers and
or their coaches.
Yeah, to see where it's going. So if you're looking at the screen right now, Alexis is under the W and I'm under the L, in between the L and the D.
Yep. We're waving at you.
Howdy.
How's
Happy
it going?
Sunday, everybody.
All right, when you would hit it, tell me, I feel like I could always hear somebody's voice over everyone else. Like, was there a voice you could always hear?
Yes.
In the crowd?
Brittany Dobbin.
Yeah.
The best. I always felt if my family wasn't there, at least
you could hear her.
Brittany was there. Yeah. Yeah. Loved hearing her voice. You always got Mitch Dobbin and Mike Dobbin, the Dobbin brothers.
I can remember before I even knew Pat Dempsey.
Yeah.
I could hear his voice.
Yeah.
Trying to think who else was out there yelling. Always could hear Maurice Allen.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. Maurice was vocal last in slot number 4 out in Utah. It was fun. Yeah, he was having fun. So
he'll
he's
be
out
in
here.
group number 2.
Yep.
See, I'm looking forward to see his outfits.
Okay. So Drew Cody could get 400 points with a win. Devin Fitzgerald with the win would have 500, so he would be guaranteed in. So a huge set here for Devin Fitzgerald in slot number 1. He's at 300 points. Landon Gentry with a win would have 475. Landon's in slot number 3. There isn't anybody right now that, Drew Cody's, he's got to win this set to give himself a shot. He would be tied with Menashe Masawi at 400 points. So Menashe Masawi ended up chopping the 300.
Yep.
300 total points because there was a tie for first.
Which, we did not see that all day yesterday.
Yeah.
We should have put that on the odds for today.
Big ball here for Cody at 365. That's a great start for him. Great. That's his longest drive of the day so far. Devin Fitzgerald's longest drive is 369. Gentry's at 361. So Drew Cody with a big ball here, giving himself a chance.
That's a big ball. Is that his longest today?
Mm-hmm. Devin Fitzgerald, 372. Boom. Oof. Taking a look at the first thing we see when we see a big number is looking at the win. There's no win right now. That's just a bomb. Fitzgerald, 206. Like the profile of the shot.
That slot number 1 fits perfect for his ball flight as well.
Yep. That cut's working right now.
Ooh, I love the backward tap.
Yep. Mr. Schmuck here. He's got the glasses on.
Yeah.
And I said, I'm kind of surprised guys aren't wearing the glasses. You get the veteran Landon Gentry. His first tournament was in 05, but really got started in long drive in 2009. So he is, I would say he has the most experience out of anybody competing in this tournament.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got it in 09.
Okay, I just blanked on his name. Has a strong grip. Blonde hair, tall guy.
What, Tommy Hug? Or this one?
Tommy Hug.
Yeah.
That's who Jeff reminds me of. Little Tommy Hug.
Tommy.
Man, great family.
Yeah, Tommy's hilarious, man. He is funny. Great guy. If you don't have a smile on your face around Tommy Hug, there's something wrong with you.
3,000%.
Yep.
I got paired with him for the competition, the group competition. That was the best thing. That was my first time ever in long drive, and that was awesome. Looks like Devin Fitzgerald's going to take it down at 372.
He's in. He's at 500 points.
And we will be moving along here.
Yeah, Will Hogue wins. He's in. It's just really going to come down to Kyle Gabbard and, Koch. I mean, Koch gets second. He'd be in at 450. I think Menashe Masawi is going to be the bubble at 400. So, I mean, OB sets are definitely possible. So, right now, Koch and Gabbard are on the outside looking in. Will Hogue with the win would have 500 points. So, Kyle Gabbard is going to match up against Will Hogue. So, let's just say Will Hogue wins. Gabbard takes second. Koch would have to take at least second to tie. So
this is a big one.
But there
Jack
he is.
Smith,
there he is, Jack Smith.
right there in slot number
We're calling
4.
it. He's marrying a supermodel or a entertainer, whatever, singer, Instagram, whatever. Kid's a stud. Jack Smith, slot number 4. He has 4 straight wins. He's got 800 points. And no one can mathematically catch him, so he's going to be the top seed from this group going into day 2.
He will. I must say, though, I can see him marrying in, like, the beautiful girl next door.
Absolutely. Absolutely. We're trying to matchmake him right now.
We are.
I don't even know if he
I don't
has
know
a
if he's
girlfriend.
single. Yeah,
exactly.
We're putting him out there.
Totally assuming
Doing
that he
better
doesn't
than Bumble over here.
Big set here for Will Hogue and Kyle Gabbard. I mean, they got to get balls in play to give him a shot. Good song right now. I feel like I just used this song for a video and posted not too long ago, a couple days ago.
I think they got the inspiration from you.
This one was Blondie, Emma Hartley out of Perth, Australia. Perth.
Kyle Gabbard loading up right here for a big swing.
Got to put balls in play here. Gabbard's got to put a number on the board. 205.
Let's see the turn.
It looks like he's turning it over right to left. This one looks like it's going to be in play.
It's got one in.
That one didn't seem like it stayed in the air very long.
No,
but it's a
little
number.
Skinny.
So 354. I'm going to
Will
just put
Hogue, that's a big ball right there, and it looks like it stays in right there on the left side.
352. I was off, way off from Kyle Gabbard's number.
Scott Little filled in at 360. Yep, Will Hogue, 365.
Atta boy, Will. So Will with a win would put him at 500. Gabbard's got a number on the board, which would force Koch to put one in play. So currently right now, Kyle Gabbard, if nothing happens here with Jack Smith, and it is what it is, or like the numbers, he would be tied with Menashe Masawi, which guarantee a playoff. Or, no, if Koch took second, then yeah, those guys would be out. So Will Hogue wins. He'll have 500 points, which would put him in. Jack Smith is down to his last golf ball.
Here we
go. So is Kyle Gabbard and Scott Littlefield.
This could be a spoiler. Kyle Gabbard doesn't like that one.
Jack Smith can wreck it all here on that last ball. Don't know if that one stayed in play or not. Jack Smith, not sure if that one stayed in play. We didn't get the flight scope tracer on that last one.
Looks like it's OB. Will Hogue takes the set right there at 365.
Huge set for Will. He's in. He has 500 points. Kyle Gabbard will be tied with Menashe Masawi at 400, which will force Josh Koch to hit a ball. I mean, Koch has to hit a ball and play. He's going to go up against Brandon Flynn, Mark Costello, and Zach Holton. Josh Koch ranked 4th in the world. He is your top seed.
Steady.
In this group of hitters.
Steady competitor.
It's a big set. We could, if Koch takes 3rd, he would be tied with Menashe Masawi and Kyle Gabbard. We would have 3 for 1. We would have our playoff. So, Koch takes 2nd or better. The field will be set. Menashe Masawi and Kyle Gabbard will be out. But the guys that are currently in, Jack Smith, Scott Littlefield, Zach Holton, Mark Costello, Brandon Flynn, Devin Fitzgerald, and Will Hogue.
Fighting for that last spot right now.
So it all comes down to slot number 4, Josh Koch.
He's had a phenomenal year so far.
Yep.
And he is knocking at the door for a win. See him there doing his breathing.
Yep, they had an event this week at the Greenbrier, and he ended up winning it. He went up against Martin, and
that looks so cool.
Yeah.
Where's Greenbrier?
West Virginia.
West Virginia?
Yeah. Yeah. Obi Wright from Koch. And then we got a ball in play from Costello. It was a miss hit from him. So, Brandon Flynn's still, struggling a little bit, looking to see where, he's hitting those golf balls. The good thing is with Brandon is that he hits it straight. So, like, when he does catch one, where he hits it in play, like, he's put up some really good numbers. Costello with a 355, so he's got a number on the board. Holton, Obi left. Koch, Obi left.
Costello, that one might stay in. I'd love to see, Koch is building on speed right now.
Yep. Brandon Flynn in slot number 2. Obi left. You can see he's frustrated, but the good thing is he's really good. So he's in. He can make these adjustments. Holton, bullet down that left side.
Bullet.
Is that one going to stay in play? That is the question.
I don't know if that's low or high there. It looked a little
Koch
low.
is Obi right. He's playing a little Army golf right now. He went right, Obi right on the first ball. Second ball, he went left. So trying to figure it out here. But Koch is the master of the 6th ball.
He is.
He's a pro's pro.
He knows how to figure it out there on the tee.
Guy.
Oh, that was close. That was really, really close.
Brandon Flynn without a number on the board. So right now, Koch just puts a ball in play currently. Just say he hits it under 355. He's 100% got a chance right now just to have a playoff. So Koch's got to put a ball in play here. Flynn's flirting down that left side. That one looks like it's Obi as well. Josh Koch, slot number 4. Oh, this one's flirting down the right side. He hit it good, too. He likes it. Good ball here from Koch.
That looks
one's
good.
A bomb.
That looks good. Can you hit a 3-wood off of the tee?
I don't know.
Because if I'm in some of these positions,
this one's going to take the lead. If Koch's ball stays in play, I think this one takes the lead. 369.
369.
That a boy. There he goes. So big drive there from Josh Koch, which would eliminate Masawi and Gabbard.
Final balls here. Brandon Flynn.
Koch steps up when it matters, unless everybody improves. We got a bullet from Zach Holton. Costello, not sure if that one stayed in play on his last ball. Holton's ball's a bomb. This one might take the lead here, but if Costello's ball didn't stay in play, which it didn't, looks like Koch is going to get in. Holton, 368. So much can happen late. It's funny enough, like Koch was down to his last ball, or last couple balls could have been eliminated there, but he's going to finish 3rd in the set now.
Insane.
He goes from the outside looking in, but we're going to be back at 10 o'clock, but the field is set for this round. Yeah, there he is. There's psycho mode.
Hitbombs.com right there. We'll be back in 10 minutes.